team who are kindly hosting us today, so thank you very much for the drinks and the awards. For those of you that don't know, this is the third year that we've run the Brian Black Memorial Award, and we wanted to set up an award in memory of Brian Black, and Sarah Brown, who is Brian's daughter, will come and tell us a little bit about where the idea came from. But the idea of the award is that we want to promote amazing sailing stories. So as sailors, we have incredible access to places that nobody else gets to go. And we get access to the natural world, and we see things that other people on land can't see. Sailors have always loved telling stories, and that's exactly what we're trying to do with this. We're trying to give a platform to stories that need to be heard, that change our perception of what's going on in the environment. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Sarah to say a little bit about the award. We're going to hear from B&G briefly as to why they think this award is important, and then we're going to move straight on to the awards.
Thank you very much. Not everybody gets to set up an award in the memory of their parents, and not everybody gets to realise just how special their parents are while they're still around. My dad used to take a 36-foot sailing boat from Northern Ireland and sail it with a small crew up into the Arctic and go and explore extraordinary places, quite often almost killing himself in the effort. So I understood very early on just how special my father was. He came back and he told those stories, all those first-hand experiences of seeing melting glaciers, climate change, changes in migratory habits of different species, birds and so on. And he was years ahead of his time. And he was able to access those stories because he was on a sailing boat, because he was out there first-hand seeing these things. And when Dad very sadly passed away, I just thought, what a great opportunity. Oh, that sounds bad. It wasn't a great opportunity that he passed away. It was a great opportunity for me to be able to continue hearing those stories and to use it as a platform. And I was ever so grateful whenever Theo so kindly said that Ocean Monthly would be the proud partner, and we're just delighted that B&G have continued to be a sponsor. So it's just been brilliant to hear those stories coming out for the first time in St. Matthews. I would like to say a big thank you to all of our supporters, and particularly like to say thank you to our entrants. It's not easy to put yourself out there, and Dad certainly felt that. You're telling something that is very personal to you, and Dad certainly felt that whenever he was telling stories. So thank you very much to all of our entrants, to all of our supporters who for being here today. So I will hand over, I think now, back to Theo, and we'll get on with the show.
Thank you, Sarah. So we've got Richard from B&G just to say a little bit about why B&G's gone forward with this.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi everyone. So I wanted to give a few words about why this award matters to B&G. And quite simply, our business, our livelihood relies on people's enjoyment of the oceans and lakes around our world. And Theo, as you said, these are environments that are under threat, and so much of the enjoyment comes from the diversity of environments, the natural beauty, and all of the entrants have done a brilliant job of highlighting challenges facing our Earth. I mean, in here is a bit of a clue as well. Things are changing, and the more people that are aware of those changes, the more they'll be able to do to make good choices to hopefully help future generations to enjoy the ocean and the lakes in the same way that we do. Anything that we as B&G can do to help move that along, to bring those stories forward, we're just so pleased to do it. So thank you as well. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Mike. So Mike Golding, round the world yachtsman, MBE? OBE, sorry, there we go, has been a judge for this award since its inception and has supported it. So thank you very much, Mike. And you're just going to say a few words about why you think this is important.
Thank you very much. I was delighted to get involved with this award because I've been involved with sustainability around the boating scene since I was fortunate enough to land a fabulous sponsor called Adrift many years ago, and the whole ethical, environmental, sustainable world was suddenly opened to me by the way they manufacture products, which was totally different to anyone else I'd ever seen. And I think it's a duty as a sailor. When you're a sailor, you're in the water, not just on the water. You're not on the deck of a big super tanker or 300 foot up on the inside of a wind turbine, or you're not stripping out the bottom of the ocean with a trawler, or all the other seafaring habits that occur. You're actually there, you're in answer weather, you use the weather, you use the environment, and you try and operate your boat, particularly on the long round world races, in a sustainable way, because you have to, because that's all you've got. You're actually crossing the ocean in a very small environment, and you have to cope with what you've got on board. So one of the things I realised is that I was inspired to get involved with sailing because of the stories that I've been told. And the only way you can communicate being at sea is by dint of good journalism, because good journalism reaches out to the broader population, the majority of people, let's face it, who don't go to sea. The majority of people see the environment and what we're doing to it. So this journalism award to me represents a great opportunity to encourage new talent into journalism, not just marine journalism, but environmental marine journalism. And to that extent, it's a very valuable tool to tell each and every one of us what's going on in the world. I'd like